Hey everyone, it's me. I'm here on our last morning. We're about to leave South Africa. We're actually at a place called Tandatula. We've been on safari for 4 days. Absolutely amazing. Maybe you've seen some of the pictures on Twitter and Instagram, but lions and leopards and elephant and zebra, or zebra as they say here, and giraffe and buffalo and hyenas and everything you can imagine. It's been extraordinary. Here's a little bit of what this place looks like. We've just had the most amazing time. Max has got something to play for you. I'll be back home in the States soon. Welcome to the Sam Livecast. Welcome to the Sam Livecast. I'm Sam. We have two things we're going to cook tonight. We're starting in the kitchen. We're staying in the kitchen. Wait, what's happening?
You're good.
Okay. Oh, we got Junior in the back working the keys. There he is. Lynn's back there. Excellent. Max is out here. Shannon's not here. So people are doing jobs they don't normally do, which means if tonight sucks is so not my fault. It's these two clowns' fault. Kelly's not here. She's in Vancouver at her mom's watching. No, she's in Vancouver. My mom's watching. Hi, baby. If you Facebook with us tonight, we can't really get it because I got a lot of work to do. So here's what we're doing. I promised I would do the one-pot brats tonight, Oktoberfest with a K. I didn't do them the other night, and I'm going to do them now. So I'm going to start those right here, but I didn't want to just do something like that. I want to do something else. So the one-pot brats, I'll tell you what that is in a second. The one-pot brats start with with yellow onion and green pepper going into a pot. Now, you know I'm fond of saying that everything we do in the live cast is live, and it is. This is completely live. But I don't have to cut onion in front of you anymore. I feel like we've gotten to a point past that. Do you feel good with that?
I do.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah,
we're okay. We're okay.
Thank you. A little butter in here. Max, is your leash long enough to come this far?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, perfect.
Look at that.
There we go. Nice. Right?
Yep, we're good.
So these guys, we just want to soften these. And I can turn them down a little bit so I don't burn them, but... And we're trying to be brief with our time today. Now, here's the other thing I have in this pan for the second thing I'm going to make. It are the similar yellow onions, but they're diced up small.
Wait, so why are we doing two different kinds? Oh, for the two different dishes.
Two different dishes, right? One, the big boy here.
You got a lot going on over there.
Hey, we may be trying to be short with our time, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go to facebook.com/SamTheCookingGuy and interact with us.
Thank you.
It's true.
So diced onions here. Should I tell you what I'm making?
Yes,
Yeah.
Now I want to hear it.
Trying to keep in this Oktoberfest kind of, Germanic food theme. We're making sauerkraut and potato pierogies, which generally are sort of Polish-ish in nature, but definitely all cultures have these things. The sauerkraut, I feel, pulls us back to the Oktoberfest thing. Little mashed potato.
We've got some Polish blood, don't we?
We absolutely do have Polish blood. And check this out. See this? You'll recognize that this is mashed potato.
Yes.
And you know I'm fond of using the packaged mashed potatoes. I had a big-ass brown potato here from the potato soup we made the other day. I made these myself with these two hands.
By the way, I ate
proud.
like 3 rounds of leftovers of the potato soup.
How good is that?
Amazing.
If you didn't catch it, go to thesamlivecast.com and go to episodes and you'll find it. And it's there and it's super delicious. Super delicious. Okay, so here the onions and the peppers are going to do their thing. And here we just want to sweat these onions a little bit, add a little color to them, not too much. I got water boiling because we have to cook the pierogies after. Have something to drink. And I can talk about a couple things while we're waiting.
What are you drinking?
I'm just drinking vodka. Vodka and oolong tea. Hey, Lynn, can you find that picture? Do you want me to find that picture of the...
Yeah, I got it.
The bouncers? D Street Bar and Grill Friday night for the Sam's Taste Tour with Anheuser-Busch and Shock Top. Which, by the way, I'm using Shock Top tonight. I'm going to use this their pumpkin wheat Shock Top for the brats.
Which is really good, by the way. I had one the other night.
Yes. Well, because we almost did this the other night. But at D Street, I cooked. I did the white bean chicken chili on a little piece of bread with the thing. It was all delicious. Lots of people, really fun, had a great time.
You made some friends, didn't you?
I made some friends, and there they are. The bouncers at D Street. Check out those guys, right?
You're like a third of the size.
Yeah.
Of
You know what?
each
And I'm
one of
look. Here's the thing. I'm 5'11". I'm I don't know what I am now. 185, 180 ish. I'm not a little guy, but look at me next to those
You
guys.
look like a little kid in
They
that
make
picture.
you look like a baby.
I look like a shrimp next to like giant whale guys. And you know, I guessed. Where are you guys from? Let me guess.
Compton?
Samoans. They're all
geez.
Samoans, all Pacific Islanders, and really nice guys.
Super nice.
Super nice. I love them. We had a great time. Okay, so here you go. Right, you've got the onions like this. They're good. Problem is if you heat this whole like combination up too much, it won't make into the pierogies. Like right now, they'll fall apart. So I'm going to try not to let this get any hotter. That's good. Turn the heat off on that. So here's my sauerkraut. And what you don't need in this sauerkraut is what, Lynn? What, MasterChef? What don't you need?
What don't you need in sauerkraut?
In this bag of sauerkraut for what I'm going to do.
You don't need vinegar.
You don't need the liquid.
Yeah.
Because the liquid's it won't let you make these pierogies very well. So
Why are you calling Lynn MasterChef, by the way?
we're going to get to that.
We will.
But let's not forget, Lynn had his MasterChef audition on Saturday. And of course, nobody's won MasterChef. And we were waiting to find out his progress. We're going to talk about that in a second. But just let me do this. I got to get the liquid out of here. So I think if I just poke a couple holes, I can squeeze it out. This sauerkraut juice is going to be death for the pierogies.
Oh,
lot.
it'll
They're just-
make them fall apart, right?
They'll make them fall apart. It just will be really super bad. So I'm just trying to squeeze out the juice really well. And then I think what I'm going to do is get most of it out and put a couple handfuls of it. I haven't made these before, but I imagine this is going to work. In my second cookbook, Kitchen Shortcuts, there's a recipe for potato pierogies. And this is just adding really one like ingredient to it. Okay, it's fantastic. A little bit more. Hang on. A little bit more here.
Are you a fan of sauerkraut in general? Just like
It depends. You know, by itself, like in some kind of casserole kind of thing, no. But on top of a broad or something like that, then yeah, I really dig it.
yeah, it's kind of sour.
Okay, so here are the onions. Look, the onions and the peppers they're starting to get a little color on them. They're looking nice. So now what we can do is we can add the rest of the ingredients to this. And here we go. Back up a sec, Maxie, and I'll show you what's going on in here. So 2 bottles of beer in like this.
Wow.
2 bottles of beer. Brown sugar. Please let me have. I know I have brown sugar. Piece of. Oh, here it is. Brown sugar, about a quarter of a cup, maybe, which will look like this. Nice.
Perfect.
Always perfect. Remember, the measurements really are a guide. Put more or less, whatever you want. Some apple cider vinegar. Just back up 1 sec there, Sonny boy. Watch yourself.
We're good there.
Oops, that's an ugly shot.
Oh, shit.
I have a little bit of this one to use up. And then a little bit of this new one.
Ooh, that smells really strong.
It's starting to get there, right?
Yeah.
And so now a bunch of black pepper, and don't be skimpy or cheap with this. You want lots.
Hey, can I ask you a quick question about?
Yeah, of course you can.
Cider vinegar, right?
Yes.
So I had a choice when I was making pickles the other night to do either regular distilled vinegar or cider vinegar, and I just realized I never even use apple cider vinegar.
Well, here's the deal. Apple cider vinegar is just going to be a little sweeter. It's not just going to have Where am I? It's not just going to have that you know, that thing that vinegar kind of does to you. It's going to be a little bit mellower, a little more flavor, really. It's got a little bit of this, but it has flavor on top of it. I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to let this come to a little boil. Turn it down, and then we'll put our brats in. I think I can add my mashed potatoes into this now and try and mix this up. So what we've got in this pan already are just
Sauerkraut and onions, right?
sauerkraut and onions. Yeah, I could actually, let's do this in a bowl so we can see what's happening here. Okay, so watch. I'm going to do this. All I'm going to do right now is put the sauerkraut and the onions in this pan, in this bowl. I'm going to add the mashed potatoes. And then I'm going to start to turn them into pierogi. And what I have to do is, I couldn't find these round ones. I'm so pissed about it too. I like the round wonton wrappers. Clearly I'm not making my own pierogi wrapper, right?
What is pierogi wrapper just anything different than flour? And
no, it's basically this. Okay. Right, it's basically this. But I want them round, so now I've got to find something that's the right shape. And
shot glass.
Yeah, I've got
tiny.
Like, I think one of these guys is the right shape. Right, so I'll do this. Now I can just cut these out with a little knife. Well, I add the mashed potatoes here.
That's like the perfect size.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I've done it before.
I knew it. So this is what it's about. You just take your recipe and you add something that kind of is of the season, and then hope it tastes good.
mean, it seemed like a fun thing to make. Clearly, I have to season this because this hasn't really been seasoned yet. But I like the sauerkraut idea being in here with the mashed potatoes. I mean, it's going to give it sort of like the smooth texture of the mashed potatoes with a little bit of, I don't know if you'd call it bite or crunch from the sauerkraut, but it should be really nice. So let's go salt and pepper. We're not going to forget those, right? For people that are at home watching.
Kosher salt.
I still have this cold. Kosher salt. Yeah, we've done it before. Get rid of the iodized table salt that you have at home. You don't need it. It's got junk added to it that you won't really want. I mean, I could add cheese to these things, but I don't think I want cheese in these.
I think you might have some people out there disagreeing with you. Who doesn't want to add cheese? Maybe you on a diet.
You know what I want to add to it? Check this out. A little hot sauce.
Yeah.
Not too much, though, for liquid's sake.
A little Cholula hot sauce. If people don't know about Cholula,
How do they not know about Cholula?
I don't know.
Look, on the West Coast, being this close to Mexico, we have a huge selection of hot sauces that we can choose from. And for many people that I know, that's the one, Cholula, with the wooden top. It just gives a really nice, is this in the way? If I move that, is that better?
That's better, yeah.
If I do this here? It just gives a really nice flavor and a nice amount of heat. Unlike Tabasco, that's just, for me, just vinegary and...
Yeah, I never liked
I don't know,
Tabasco.
I'm not a Tabasco guy.
And I never understood why Tabasco was just kind of like the standard at restaurants. They have it
Yeah,
everywhere.
it is kind of, isn't it?
It's like they have Heinz ketchup, Heinz mustard, and then Tabasco.
Right.
Hey,
Okay,
Sam.
yeah, Lynn.
Diane says real pierogies always have cheese.
Oh,
Is that true?
Diane.
Really?
That's what she
See, I don't
says.
know this. I'm a Jewish kid. How am I going to know?
And they don't usually start with wonton wrappers, but you
Okay,
know.
they probably don't. Okay, so here's what we're putting in them. We're going to put
Yeah, cheese.
some of this, the cheddar jack combo. Thank you, Diane.
Well, this is for you, Diane.
There you go. That's going to be enough, right? And now I've got extra mixing to do.
You know, I don't think I've ever had a real pierogi.
I don't know that I have actually. When I was doing that second cookbook and I
Damn.
made the pierogies, I wanted a pierogi. I think it was like what to do with leftover mashed potatoes and stuff. That was basically the chapter kind of theme. Oh, it's a shortcut book, so I got to it and I was like, what could I do? And could I make a pierogi? And you look at recipes about pierogies and they're just like whack. And basically mine were potato and some cheese and in a wonton wrapper, and you boil them. And they're nice, but then the key is You boil them, take them out, and then you throw them in a hot pan with a little butter to give them a little color. And then ultimately a little extra flavor, right?
Do you ever remember having pierogies at camp?
No,
Camp?
I don't. You had them?
That was one of the meals that we had. It was pierogies and blintzes.
Oh.
And it was so good. It was like my absolute favorite meal. They just had grilled onions and potatoes and cheese in them.
Oh my God, grilled onions on top of the pierogies.
Yes. It was
See, that's what I should have
unbelievable.
done. I should have made more onions. Okay, it's fine. Is anybody hot?
I'm so hot.
I am really,
I
really
didn't know
boiling
if it was
right now. I
from
can't
holding
believe
the
it.
camera the whole time, but
Yeah,
it's
you
really
okay there,
hot.
Max? You're doing fine?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm all good.
Okay, so watch. Here's how this goes down. Now I'm going to do it right here, right? I need a little container. And then as soon as I start making these, Lynn,
Yeah.
we're talking about your weekend.
All right. It was a pretty interesting weekend.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
So here's the deal. You want about a tablespoon of this, not really much more than that, because too much they'll bust. So this looks about right. So I'll put about a tablespoon in the middle, and then I'm going to take this guy. Oh, please. This guy like this. I'm going to wet the edges, just to help them stick. Then close it over and seal them up. And you hope that you get most of the air out. Look at it. Boom, we've done this before, right? Have we made something with wonton wrappers?
We've like baked them before. I remember that.
We
Crab
did
wontons, I believe.
the crab wontons,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so here we go. If I do this right here, Max can put the camera down if he needs a second. Right? How's this, Lynn? You got this shot up here?
That works. It all works.
Okay, cool.
I'm back.
Okay.
Oh, have we ever made the desserts with the red bean paste inside wonton wrappers?
No, we have not.
Yeah.
Look, the wrapper lets you put anything into it, and then you can bake it, or in our case, we're going to boil them tonight. But enough of this. I know people want to know how your weekend was. Just let me set this up. You may have seen the show MasterChef. Well, they had auditions in San Diego this past weekend for season 4 contestants.
Yeah.
And our very own Long Lin went with his dish to try out. Tell us what happened. And wait. I believe there's only so much you can tell us.
Yeah, so I can't actually go into detail about where I am at.
What does
But
that mean?
the
You
cast-
can't tell us where you're at with
So
what?
the casting, it takes a few. You know, you have to go and you have to go to open calls, which is essentially the, I guess the American Idol-esque audition, where a bunch of people are in a hotel.
Yes?
They all bring their dishes.
Yes?
And then, you wait in a room for a really long time while everybody figure out what's going on. And once you get in, you plate your food, you do all those things. And I brought a beet dish. Some people brought hot plates, and some people brought casserole dishes.
Right, so you have the experience of having been there before, and you know that when they call your name, you only have a couple of minutes till you have to present your finished dish. Is that right?
Yeah. So
And when they called you this time, how much time did you have?
So when I went up, they had 3 minutes on the timer, and it was kind of funny because the casting producer was like, "Oh, you have 3 minutes," and as soon as they said 3 minutes to go,
Yeah?
or 3 minutes and go,
Yeah.
someone just kind of jokingly yelled, "You have 2 minutes and 38 seconds left."
Oh, no.
And so it wasn't really it was just a ploy to get you to like think real quick and to plate your food as fast as you can. And of course, my hands were like, I was like a nervous wreck, shaking. And the dish I did was just.
Can we see the picture of
It
it?
was really. Yeah, let me pull up the picture really quick. But it was.
We talked. You told me what you were going to make. We chatted about it. Your whole concept was, say what your concept was.
Just to take something simple and elevate it. To,
One good bite.
Yeah, one good bite, something really amazing. So I ended up making a beet dish, and it looks like this.
Look at that. Was that the one?
That was pretty close. I posted something on my Facebook the night before, and it was an earlier version, but this is the one that I ended up printing out a photo even and put it on my plating desk so that when I went to go plate,
Oh, you would know?
I wouldn't like forget or mess up, but I'd be like, oh, I got to remember where everything goes. And it was pretty close, but the thing is, it was a little bit dirtier because I essentially didn't have I didn't have the dexterity when I was that nervous to do this
Right.
plating.
Hey, let me just cut for 1 second and say that what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the brats. I'm going to put them in the in this broth down here. And now I'm going to let them start to cook, and they're going to take about 10 minutes. I actually wish I'd used a narrower pot so they would completely be covered, but they're going to be fine. So I'll do this. I'm going to put a lid on. All right, we're doing that. See, we got these things going here. We're going to try out a couple of these in another minute or so. Okay, so they call you. You've got a couple of minutes. Up you go. Mm-hmm. You plate your dish. You've got what, little Tupperware containers?
Yeah, I have little Snapware containers from Costco. You know, they're base glass Tupperware.
Yep.
Really nice. And I brought an entire case full of empty ones even just to make sure that I would have the appropriate empty bowls if I needed to.
Right.
So that was kind of important. And it was just nice to have everything prepared this time. When I went the last time for season 2, I was unprepared at how quick the pacing went. Oh, and by the way, guess who I saw at the MasterChef casting?
Who?
Carol Vey.
You said, she went?
No
Our
way.
very own Carol Vey from last week's cooking competition. She went. And,
Okay, now wait. Now how many people were there, do you think?
let's see. I want to say close to 500.
And wait, and was there one call? Was there, do you know?
In San Diego, there's only one call. Yeah.
So 500 people.
And
You have no idea what time you're going to have to go up?
no, it's 10 to 6 p.m.
Right.
So it's a pretty, it's like when people come and install your internet. We'll be there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Right. Okay.
So that was it. And it's nice because you meet the producers, you tell about your life story, and then you jump through a bunch of hoops. And if you go on, you go on. If not, you go home. They say they'll call you back later. So
Lynn, were some people? Well, maybe you're not allowed to tell us if you got told to go home or not.
no, I can't say anything, and right now I'm optimistic that I'll go further.
Right.
But if not, it's not a big deal, and the casting people did a pretty good job actually. I thought handling that many people and that many egos at once was pretty
Right,
tough.
because we know some of the biggest egos out there are the chef egos, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And everybody there, I guess, like the American Idol kind of stuff, everybody there believes that that they're the shit and their food's going to be amazing.
Yeah, no.
Did you see other people's food?
Yeah, and
what did you see?
I talked to a bunch of different people, and here's the thing: I wanted to film, but there's on the prohibited items list was cameras.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to botch my chances. Though people were taking pictures, it didn't seem like it was a big deal.
Right.
But I met a few people, and they brought things like from short ribs, braised short ribs, all the way to.
How do you keep that? By the way, can I just say I think short ribs are completely not inventive at all. I'm sorry, but they are. They've been done a lot.
Yep,
and
they are.
And how do you keep them warm? Because a cold short rib would not be right.
They had outlets in the hotel room, so
Oh,
people
they
brought heating pads and
Like
stuff.
a lot of outlets?
Yeah, enough for people to use. A lot of people just didn't care, and they put a piece of foil over their food.
Do you wish you had done something hot, or no?
No,
You're happy
no
with
way.
the way your stuff turned out?
I loved my dish, I think it seemed like the judges loved it too. I probably was one of the few people that had multiple bites taken out of my food. I mean, here's the thing, right? I went to go plate my dish, right? They have 3 minutes. I'm busily plating and things like that. The guy to my left
Yeah.
was plating a meatball soup, a on-the-go soup.
Oh,
He
please.
took one ladle, threw in the soup, done. They go
Right.
to my right,
Yeah.
put a loaf pan on her station, and in the loaf pan she said it was pumpkin shepherd's pie,
Yeah.
and that seemed too interesting to me.
Right.
So,
Dude, I'll be honest with you, man. I was so excited for you all day Saturday.
I know.
I could not wait.
and yeah, I appreciate the support, man. Coming from you means a lot.
Hey,
so.
come on. I mean, we're so. Of course, we hope that you don't go through because it means that you'll have to leave us. But
I know the filming takes place in January, so it would be.
and how long is it?
I heard it's 9 weeks.
Fucking what?
We need to find a new long Len.
No,
right.
I
Let's
hope
get a
not.
short man. Okay, let's check Maxie. Let's check the brats.
Yes, please.
Here's the brats look like right now.
Oh,
Oh God, they're
Yes.
looking beautiful, right?
Oh,
You can
snap.
still see a little pink in the middle, right? Like if you hold it up this way. So they need to be. They turn these little piggies around. they're going to need another, probably a good 5-6 minutes.
You can smell that here. That's great.
But oh, they smell fantastic. Okay, so while we're doing that though, these pierogies are ready. So I'm going to try a few of them. I'm just going to put 4 of them in for now. How's that? And the deal with the pierogies is very simple. Once they float, really they're done.
Really, that's
And
it?
so I'm going to take this pan that I did the onion in. I'm going to give it a little wipe. And I'm going to get it ready to reheat these pierogies and put a little brown color on them.
This is a great meal. I'm stoked, man.
It's good. This is going to be great. And oh, geez, Louise, I got buns I've got to do. How am I going to do this?
You gotta-
Broil.
I could broil. That would be good. I could broil.
Oh, right.
Let's
You
do
don't
that.
have your usual grill pan out there.
I took my grill pan off because I needed 3 things, and I do like the grill pan though. Maybe I'll do this. Watch.
Can you put them right over the burners?
Yeah, I could, but I like it with a little more finesse to it.
No.
So, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this guy up here.
I'm going to come and take a look at the pierogies.
I'm going to do that.
Oh, they're floating.
Oh God. Okay, they're going to need like another.
Be careful of my cords back there.
I got you. Okay, hold on. Let me just get this. Oh, the grill pan. Hold on. I got it right here. I'll use this one. You know what I can smell? I can smell the. The pepper in the brats. That's really nice. So this is up. You get decent sized buns, like this. These guys, you could butter. What the F was that?
What was wrong with
Is this
that?
shit stale? I just bought these.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to drizzle a little oil on these.
Whatever,
That's
man.
not
I'll
quite
still
ready.
eat them.
These guys are almost ready. And no, of course, the inside of the pan, the inside of the pierogi mix thing is completely cooked. It's just onion and sauerkraut.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to get these guys ready to brown. I mean, could you use gravy if you had gravy? Yes. Would that be necessary? No. But would it be good? Yes. But we're not going to do that. So we're going to take these guys out now. Let them dry a bit.
Yeah.
What's that little net thing? That's cool.
It's called a fishing net. Like a Lynn. Is it called a Chinese fishing net or just a fishing net?
We actually call it a spider.
Oh, you guys call it a spider?
Yeah, uh-huh.
You guys meaning your people?
My people call it a spider, right?
Spider, nice. Okay, so all we want to do is just brown these guys. And yes, would a little sour cream be awesome on them? Of course. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give them, put them on a little plate, put a little sour cream on them.
You're not a total sellout to your diet.
No. No.
These can't be that great for you, but they're going to be good.
Okay, it's even way hotter in here.
It's way hotter in here. And I'm trying to go a half an hour, and we're pretty close. We're pretty close. Let's see what's happening here. Yes, it's super hot in here, and I'm very unhappy about it.
I feel great back here,
Oh my
guys.
god.
Wow, these
My
guys.
arms are dying.
These guys are super beautiful. These brats.
Oh yeah.
And they're feeling nice, and the onions and the peppers, and we're almost out of liquid in that thing.
So good. No, leave it open.
Oh, you want it open? I just want to finish
Hey,
them
so
cooking.
Do you put more liquid when they run out, or do you just keep them like
No,
that?
I don't know why I got it up so high. It's really, you don't really want liquid. You only want the liquid to cook it. Right? You want the onions and the peppers to be the thing that you have after. That's what it's all about. It's not really about that liquid. So let's, look
Sorry
at Max.
for the noises.
Max is done. Okay, I'm going to put a bun on here. Let's start to get this guy hot. The pierogies look like this. If I turn them over, they have some color.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
All right, Maxie, back up for a sec. There's a little dog behind you. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, you're good. Just let me get a little sour cream right here. Green plate, sour cream, pierogies, vodka.
This is very.
Mustard. Grainy. Right here. Plate. Everything's coming off at once, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what we do.
No, not ready?
Almost. Okay, the pierogies though, another couple seconds. These guys will turn off. If I had a weight for this, I don't know where my weight thing is. Okay, let's plate the pierogies. The pierogies are going to be like this. Oh my. Do you know how good these guys are going to be? Do you? Does anybody know how good those guys are going to be?
It sounds amazing, actually.
It smells amazing too.
Okay, here we go. Bun. Mustard. I mean, I got sauerkraut. I could put sauerkraut on, but that's not my deal right now. My deal right now is this. Is one of these gorgeous brats. Ow, ow, mother.
Yeah.
Please, please help me.
Oh, with steam coming off that is beautiful.
The steam and then the peppers.
Ooh.
Oh.
There you go. That's what that's all about. Here's what this is all about. This, and then these guys, Max. A little sour cream right in the middle. And then, just because you can do this, I think that.
A little bit Cholula.
That's with a little Southern California twist.
I don't know. I don't know if hot sauce is completely foreign to these things. They're certainly hot, that's for sure. All right, so let me get a fork.
I mean, everything makes sense on there, man.
Doesn't it?
It does. But who would have thought?
I mean,
Pierogies.
part of me feels like it needed bacon, but that's that stupid
Oh,
bacon
man.
works for everything thing, you know? But you've got the potato. Look at inside. You got the sauerkraut. You got the potato. Little cheese in here. Sour cream. The sauerkraut is so right in these.
Oh.
And Diane, thank you. The cheese too. Wow. So I've made these with potato and cheese. They're better with the sauerkraut. Honestly, way better. Holy crap! I could eat 1,000 of these. All right. It's 6:33. How do we do, boys?
Not bad.
Awesome.
That's
We
a
did
lot
okay.
of food in 30 minutes, man.
We did pretty good. If I can do this in 30 minutes with talking and having a conversation with these guys, you can do it at home by yourself. And now a bite of the brat.
It's gonna be hot, dude.
Oh my God. Okay, there's nothing like a brat. We did really well tonight.